Virgo Daily Horoscope for April 27, 2025. As the cosmic energies align on this spring Sunday, Virgo natives find themselves at an intriguing crossroads of opportunity and reflection. With the sun firmly positioned in fellow Earth sign Taurus, there's a powerful grounding influence supporting your practical nature today. This Earth trine creates a harmonious foundation for your endeavors, especially those requiring attention to detail your natural strength. Mercury, your ruling planet, forms an interesting aspect with Jupiter today, expanding your mental horizons and potentially bringing news from distant connections. This intellectual stimulation arrives just when you need it, opening doorways to fresh perspectives that have been hiding in plain sight. In your career sector, there's a notable surge of productivity energy. Projects that have been stagnating since mid-March suddenly have clear pathways forward. For Virgos in creative fields, your analytical abilities merge beautifully with inspiration today, making this an excellent time to finalize presentations, portfolios, or proposals. Those in more traditional workplace settings will find that colleagues are particularly receptive to your suggestions and methodical approaches. Your ability to see what others miss becomes your superpower in professional settings today. Financially, this is a day of careful assessment rather than bold moves. The quarter moon in your resources sector suggests reviewing your budget and financial goals with fresh eyes. You might discover an overlooked expense that's been quietly draining resources, or alternately, find a new way to optimize your savings strategy. Avoid impulsive purchases today, especially those motivated by emotional needs rather than practical ones. In matters of the heart, Venus casts a gentle glow over your relationship sector, bringing warmth and understanding to intimate connections. For partnered Virgos, this is an ideal day for thoughtful conversations about future plans. Your practical approach is balanced by genuine emotional openness. Single Virgos might find themselves drawn to someone who appreciates your authentic self rather than a polished facade. A connection that begins intellectually could gradually reveal deeper potential. What makes today particularly special for romance is your willingness to be vulnerable, something that doesn't come easily to your sign, but brings rich rewards when practiced. Your health deserves special attention today as Mars activates your wellness sector. Your energy levels fluctuate throughout the day, with a strong morning peak followed by a potential mid-afternoon slump. Listen to these natural rhythms rather than fighting against them. Digestive health is highlighted. Your sensitive system responds well to mindful eating practices today. Consider incorporating more fermented foods or digestive herbs like ginger and peppermint into your meals. Gentle stretching rather than intense exercise serves you best, particularly focusing on the abdominal region and lower back, areas where Virgos often hold tension. Socially, you find yourself in an unusually receptive mood. Typically selective about your social engagements, today you might surprise yourself by enjoying more spontaneous gatherings or connections. A conversation with someone from a very different background or perspective could prove remarkably enlightening, challenging some of your long-held assumptions in productive ways. Your home environment calls for some attention today. The positioning of the moon activates your domestic sector, highlighting areas that might benefit from reorganization or refreshing. Your natural talent for creating functional, aesthetically pleasing spaces is heightened, making this an excellent day for small home improvement projects. Even simple changes like rearranging furniture or introducing elements of nature into your living space can have a surprisingly powerful effect on your overall sense of well-being. Familial relationships take on special significance today. A conversation with a parent or parental figure could provide insights into patterns you've been working to understand or transform. For Virgos with children, your natural teaching abilities are enhanced, creating beautiful moments of connection through shared learning experiences. Spiritually, this is a day of subtle but meaningful growth. Your practical nature sometimes hesitates to embrace the metaphysical, but today's energy supports integrating logical understanding with intuitive knowing. Consider spending time in nature, where your earth sign can literally reconnect with its element. This grounding practice helps you access deeper wisdom that transcends purely rational thinking. Creatively, your expressive abilities are heightened, particularly in writing and communication. Ideas that have been percolating in your subconscious now find clearer form and structure. Keep notes of insights that arrive today. They contain seeds of projects that may flourish in the coming months. As the day concludes, take time for reflection on the balance between service to others and self-care, a perpetual theme in the Virgo journey. Today's planetary positions remind you that your meticulous attention and care are gifts to the world, but must first be directed toward your own well-being to be sustainable. Your lucky color today is deep emerald green, connecting you to heart-centered growth and abundance. Numbers that carry special significance include 4 and 17, suggesting stability arising from spiritual insight. In matters of both professional and personal importance, the east-northeast direction brings favorable energy for new beginnings. Remember, dear Virgo, that your greatest strength lies not only in your capacity for improvement, but in your ability to recognize what is already perfect exactly as it is, including yourself. For Virgo, on April 27, 2025, the planetary positions create a fascinating cosmic landscape that particularly influences your analytical nature and daily rhythms. The Sun sits firmly in Taurus at approximately 7 degrees, illuminating your ninth house of higher wisdom, philosophical expansion, and distant horizons. This placement encourages you to broaden your intellectual perspectives and consider how your methodical approach to life might benefit from more expansive thinking. Your ruling planet, Mercury, will likely be positioned in the early degrees of Taurus, also in your ninth house, creating a double emphasis on matters of education, publishing, legal affairs, and cross-cultural connections. This Mercury placement strengthens your communication abilities, but in a more deliberate, thoughtful manner than usual. You'll find yourself expressing ideas with both precision and newfound patience, a powerful combination for persuasion and teaching. The moon transits through the sensitive waters of Pisces on this day, activating your seventh house of partnerships. This creates an interesting tension with your Virgo energy, as the emotional, intuitive Pisces moon asks you to temporarily release your need for perfection in relationships and embrace a more compassionate, flowing approach. You may feel unusually receptive to others' emotional needs, though this might also trigger some anxiety about boundaries. Venus glows in Gemini in your 10th house of career and public reputation, bringing a charming, adaptable quality to your professional interactions. This placement favors networking, multitasking, and intellectual collaboration in your work sphere. Recognition may come from your ability to communicate complex ideas with clarity and adapt quickly to changing professional scenarios. Mars energizes the sign of Cáncer in your 11th house of community and future visions. This placement fuels your drive to nurture group connections and protect long-term goals that matter to you. Your actions in collective settings will be motivated by emotional investment rather than just logical considerations. Team projects benefit from your protective, caring approach to collaboration. Jupiter, the planet of expansion and opportunity, continues its journey through Gemini in your career sector, amplifying the Venus influence and creating potential for significant professional growth. This Jupiter position suggests multiple pathways to advancement opening simultaneously, though your Virgo discernment will be crucial in choosing which opportunities truly align with your authentic path. Saturn's position in Pisces directly opposes your Virgo sun, creating a tension between your natural desire for precision and the cosmic demand for compassionate surrender. This Saturn placement in your partnership sector requires you to build more structured, committed relationships while simultaneously releasing perfectionist expectations of others. It's a challenging but potentially transformative influence that asks you to find the balance between discernment and acceptance. Uranus continues its long transit through Taurus in your 9th house, bringing unexpected breakthroughs in your philosophical outlook and educational pursuits. This placement suggests sudden opportunities for travel or study that challenge your carefully laid plans, but ultimately expand your horizons in necessary ways. Remain flexible about your learning path. Neptune in Pisces casts its mystical fog across your relationship sector, creating both inspiring spiritual connections and potential confusion in partnerships. The veils between you and others seem thinner, allowing for deeper empathic understanding, but also potential projection and idealization. Practicing discernment while remaining open to subtle forms of communication will be essential. Pluto, now in Aquarius, activates profound transformation in your sixth house of health, daily routines, and service. This revolutionary position challenges you to reinvent your approach to wellness and work efficiency. Old habits that no longer serve your evolution will become increasingly difficult to maintain, while innovative approaches to self-care and productivity gain traction. The North Node in Pisces further emphasizes your relationship sector as an area of karmic growth, suggesting that your spiritual evolution this year involves learning to surrender control in partnerships and trust the wisdom of connection. Meanwhile, Chiron in Aries in your eighth house points to healing opportunities around shared resources and vulnerability. For Virgo, this specific day presents a powerful configuration where your natural analytical abilities are both challenged and supported by the cosmic energies. The earthy trine between the Taurus sun and your Virgo energies creates a foundation of practical stability, while the Pisces moon and Saturn create necessary tension that promotes growth through relationship dynamics. Pay particular attention to how Mercury, your ruling planet, forms a sextile to Neptune on this day, creating a bridge between your analytical thinking and intuitive wisdom. This aspect supports integrating data-driven insights with more holistic understanding, a blend that can lead to breakthrough solutions in both personal and professional spheres. As April 27, 2025 unfolds for Virgo, the cosmic alignment creates a fascinating day for your communication patterns and self-expression. Mercury, your ruling planet, forms a harmonious trine with Saturn in Pisces, bringing structure and depth to your conversations. This planetary arrangement helps you articulate complex ideas with remarkable clarity and precision, something that doesn't always come easily, even for detail-oriented Virgos. The words you've been struggling to find suddenly flow with grace and impact. Your analytical abilities are heightened, making this an excellent day for presentations, important discussions, or any situation requiring meticulous explanation. There's a beautiful balance between your natural thoroughness and the ability to communicate without overwhelming others with excessive details. People are more receptive to your ideas today, recognizing the value in your methodical approach. The Mercury-Saturn trine supports long-term communication projects, contracts, and commitments. If you've been working on written materials or preparing for an important meeting, the stars are aligned in your favor. With Jupiter in Gemini activating your 10th house of career and public reputation, your words carry additional weight in professional settings. Authority figures and colleagues are likely to pay special attention to your insights today. This placement also suggests that clearly expressing your ambitions could lead to unexpected opportunities for advancement. The moon in intense Scorpio deepens your perceptive abilities, allowing you to read between the lines in conversations. You're picking up on subtle cues and unspoken dynamics that others miss. This emotional intelligence enables more authentic connections, especially when discussing sensitive topics. There's a tendency toward directness today that serves you well. You're less likely to dance around issues and more inclined to address matters head-on, though always with your characteristic tact. Venus in Gemini influences your communication style by adding charm and diplomacy to your interactions. You might find yourself naturally more engaging and witty than usual. This placement softens your sometimes critical edge, making it easier to deliver feedback in ways that inspire rather than deflate. Social media and digital communication channels are particularly favorable today. If you've been meaning to update your professional profiles or reach out to your network. The cosmic energy supports these endeavors. Your words online have staying power and may reach farther than you anticipate. For Virgos involved in teaching, writing, or content creation, today brings a surge of innovative ideas. The Mercury-Uranus connection stimulates your intellectual curiosity and ability to present information in fresh, engaging ways. Students and audiences are particularly receptive to your teaching style. In personal relationships, you're finding it easier to express feelings that you typically keep contained. The day's energy supports vulnerable conversations that strengthen bonds with loved ones. You're able to articulate emotional needs without falling into the trap of overthinking or self-criticism. For single Virgos, this enhanced communication ability makes connecting with potential partners more natural and rewarding. There's less second-guessing and more authentic expression of who you truly are. If you've been experiencing miscommunications or delays in important conversations, today offers a window to clear those issues. Mercury's clear aspect to Jupiter creates expansion in mutual understanding. Challenges may arise around midday when the moon squares Mars, potentially creating moments of impatience or frustration in communications. Be mindful not to revert to critical patterns when faced with opposition. Your thoughtful approach will serve you better than quick reactions. Voice communications, phone calls, video chats, or in-person discussions are particularly powerful today. Your voice carries conviction and warmth that might be missing in text-based interactions. If you have important matters to discuss, prioritize these more personal channels. For creative Virgos, today's planetary alignment supports translating your internal visions into external expression. Whether through art, music, writing, or design, you're able to bridge the gap between your perfectionist ideals and actual creation. This is a rare gift that should be utilized fully. Mercury's position also enhances your ability to learn new communication skills. If you've been considering courses in public speaking, writing, or digital communication, today is excellent for beginning these endeavors. The information absorbs more easily and integrates with your existing knowledge base. Evening brings a contemplative energy as the moon shifts aspects, ideal for journaling or reflective conversations. This is a good time to process the day's interactions and extract meaningful insights about your communication patterns. Remember that while your Virgo precision is a gift, today's lesson is about balancing detail with broader meaning. Not every communication needs to be perfect to be effective. The cosmic alignment supports you in finding that sweet spot between thoroughness and accessibility. April 27th brings fascinating financial developments for Virgo as Mercury, your planetary ruler, forms a productive sextile with Jupiter in your 8th house of shared resources and investments. This celestial arrangement opens doors to opportunities involving loans, grants, or financial collaborations. You may receive news about a pending application or discover a promising investment vehicle that aligns perfectly with your long-term security goals. The moon in Scorpio today illuminates your communication sector, enhancing your ability to negotiate financial terms and articulate your monetary needs with precision and conviction. This is particularly valuable if you've been contemplating asking for a raise or renegotiating payment structures with clients. Venus in Taurus continues to strengthen your 9th house of expansion, suggesting that financial opportunities may come through international connections, higher education pursuits, or legal matters resolving in your favor. Consider how foreign investments or currencies might play a role in diversifying your portfolio. Mars in Cáncer activates your 11th house of networks and associations, indicating that financial gains could materialize through professional contacts or group affiliations. A colleague may introduce you to a lucrative side project, or a networking connection could provide insider information about an emerging market opportunity. Saturn's position in your 6th house of daily work reminds you to maintain disciplined financial practices. Today's aspects support methodical approaches to money management rather than impulsive decisions. The Taurus sun illuminating your ninth house suggests considering how additional education or certification might increase your earning potential in the coming months. Unexpected expenses related to technology might arise as Uranus continues its journey through Taurus, but the overall financial picture appears promising if you remain vigilant and strategic. Money-saving opportunities present themselves in unusual places today, perhaps through a conversation with someone in a different industry or field. Your analytical abilities are particularly sharp now, allowing you to spot potential inefficiencies in your budget or financial plan. Consider reviewing subscription services or recurring expenses. You'll likely identify at least one area where funds can be redirected toward more meaningful investments or savings. Neptune's influence from your partnership sector suggests being cautious about joint financial ventures initiated today. Ensure all terms are crystal clear before proceeding. Despite this note of caution, the overall financial energy for Virgo today is constructive, especially for long-term planning and strategic resource allocation. Those working in healthcare, information technology, or analytical fields may find particularly favorable financial developments. Your attention to detail serves you well today in spotting fine print that others might miss, potentially saving you considerable sums in the long run. Consider setting aside time to review insurance policies, investment terms, or retirement accounts. Small adjustments made now could yield significant benefits later. On April 27, 2025, Virgo finds extraordinary fortune in areas related to personal growth and skill development. With Mercury forming a harmonious trine to Saturn, your analytical abilities are heightened to impressive levels. This planetary configuration creates a perfect day to showcase your expertise, particularly in technical fields or any work requiring precision and attention to detail. Your mental clarity today is unmatched. Thoughts crystallize with remarkable structure and purpose, making this an excellent time for solving complex problems that have evaded resolution. The universe is opening doors specifically in educational pursuits and professional certification areas. If you've been contemplating enrolling in a course or pursuing additional credentials, today's energy strongly favors these initiatives. The stars are particularly supportive of practical knowledge acquisition that enhances your marketability. Health matters also fall under your fortunate areas today, with the moon's position in your sixth house amplifying wellness benefits. Any new regimen started today has staying power, especially those involving proper nutrition, functional fitness, or stress management techniques. The methodical approach that comes naturally to you is cosmically supported now. Venus making a favorable aspect to Neptune enhances your interpersonal relationships within professional environments. Colleagues and supervisors are more likely to recognize your contributions and the meticulous care you bring to collaborative projects. This is a powerful day for receiving acknowledgement that has been long overdue. Financial organization represents another significantly blessed area. Jupiter's influence brings opportunities for long-term security through careful planning rather than risky ventures. Consider reviewing investment portfolios, retirement planning, or creating more efficient budgeting systems. Your natural talent for improvement through careful analysis is especially powerful today. Work environments provide unexpected opportunities for advancement. A project that allows you to implement organizational systems or improve efficiency will likely lead to recognition from authority figures. Your ability to create order from chaos is particularly blessed today, with potential long-term benefits to your career trajectory. Communication about practical matters flows effortlessly. If you need to present ideas related to improvements or refinements of existing systems, you'll find others unusually receptive to your suggestions. Your words carry persuasive weight, particularly when backed by the factual evidence you naturally compile. Service-oriented activities generate unexpected rewards today. Volunteer work or assistance offered to colleagues creates positive energy that returns to you multiplied. The universe particularly favors Virgos who channel their analytical gifts toward helping others improve their circumstances or systems. Research and investigation yield productive results. If you've been searching for solutions to ongoing problems, today's energy supports breakthrough discoveries, especially in areas requiring detailed analysis or methodical approaches. Trust your natural inclination toward thoroughness, it's cosmically amplified today. Domestic organization projects initiated today have staying power and create long-term harmony in your living environment. The stars favor decluttering, implementing new systems, or rearranging spaces for improved functionality. Your innate ability to create order is receiving cosmic support, making transformations easier and more impactful. Relationships with mentors or advisors are particularly fortunate today. Seek guidance from those with experience in areas where you're developing expertise. Their wisdom aligns perfectly with your current needs, and conversations will yield insights that catalyze significant progress. Technology upgrades or system improvements implemented today have remarkable longevity and effectiveness. Your ability to discern which adjustments will yield the greatest efficiency is heightened, making this an ideal day for evaluating and enhancing the tools and processes you regularly use. Approach these fortunate areas with your characteristic thoroughness, but also allow yourself to recognize and celebrate the opportunities presenting themselves. Today's energy rewards both your meticulous nature and your willingness to implement practical improvements that benefit yourself and others. As the cosmic energies align on April 27, 2025, Virgos will experience a profound shift in their social landscape. With the sun firmly established in Taurus, you're finding renewed stability in your social connections, particularly those that offer practical value and genuine substance. This Taurian influence brings a grounding energy to your social interactions, helping you discern which relationships truly deserve your precious time and attention. The moon in Sagittarius today forms a challenging square to your sign, creating a dynamic tension that pushes you beyond your comfort zone when it comes to social gatherings and community involvement. While this may initially trigger your natural reserve, embracing this expansive lunar energy could lead to surprisingly valuable connections with people from different cultural or intellectual backgrounds. Mercury, your ruling planet, continues its journey through Aries, igniting your communication style with uncharacteristic boldness. You might find yourself speaking up in group settings more readily than usual, perhaps even taking the lead in conversations that would typically make you uncomfortable. This planetary position encourages you to voice your opinions without the excessive self-editing that sometimes holds you back. Venus in Gemini is especially significant for your social connections today, as it activates your 10th house of public reputation and career. This placement creates fertile ground for networking opportunities that blend personal rapport with professional advancement. You may find yourself connecting with influential individuals who appreciate your analytical mind and attention to detail. These connections aren't merely casual, they carry the potential for meaningful collaboration in the future. Mars in Cáncer is activating your 11th house of friendships, community, and long-term aspirations. This creates a protective, nurturing energy around your social circle. You might feel a stronger desire to care for your friends or to create safe spaces where vulnerable conversations can unfold. Group dynamics take on an emotionally charged quality, and you may notice yourself becoming more defensive of your close connections. Be mindful not to take on others' emotional burdens too readily. Your empathy is a strength, but boundaries remain essential. Jupiter in Gemini forms a harmonious trine with your sun sign today, expanding your opportunities for intellectual connection. Conversations flow with remarkable ease, particularly those involving education, philosophy, or future planning. This supportive aspect helps you find common ground with diverse personality types, temporarily suspending your tendency to be overly critical or selective about social companions. Saturn's position in Pisces continues to work through your 7th house of one-on-one relationships, demanding maturity and commitment in your closest bonds. Today's aspect between Saturn and the Sun brings a sobering influence to your social interactions, particularly with authority figures or older individuals. A mentor or experienced friend may offer advice that initially seems restrictive, but contains wisdom you'll later recognize as valuable. The ongoing Neptune transit through Pisces adds a subtle layer of confusion to some social interactions today. You might find yourself misreading social cues or projecting unrealistic expectations onto new acquaintances.